Actually, I want to say Aki Sagar is the founder president of our All India Reserve Bank OBC Employees Association. I got a lengthy pages. I don't want to feel bored. You can listen the leaders. Anyway, I want to start, give the little. The socially disadvantaged classes who have been denied the right to have the education and a life of dignity for long got some opportunity only after 1947 and 1990. The central government has enacted the law to provide 10% reservation government jobs and education to economically weaker section among upper caste when one cannot treat the oppressor and the oppressed even equally. The EWS provide more benefit to the oppressor as per the article 16.6, 70% of the top level posts are occupied by the upper caste. Despite reservation policy for the past 40 to 70 years, OBC and SC/ST, they occupy less than 10% in managerial post. But who will address this social cause? Our leaders only has to address. Future leaders, present leaders, they have to focus for that. If it is continued failure of successive government of India providing this, providing 10% EW is not only against the social justice, but a treachery against the OBC, SC/ST people of this country. It is an insult to the sacrifices of the great leader Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Sagu Maharaj, Narayana Guru, Tandai Periyar, and Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who has written the constitution to provide reservation to the depressed and backward class of people. But the various instructions of the department effectively undermine the real purpose of the reservation for the past several decades. As a result of the largest population of this country could not get proper representation. It will never get into the top ranks of the power unless the service association effectively monitor it. That is, caste-wise census, removal of creamy layer, 50% ceiling and reservation to the removed, separate ministry for OBC, reservation judiciary, reservation in promotion, implementation of reservation policy for the OBCs in national education institution, including the IIT and National Law University, reservation for OBCs in parliament, assemblies, reservation in private sector, proportionate representation in all castes in all levels, including higher judiciary. But I have the things, but I don't want to wait. Now I come to the introduction for our leaders. Mr. Mahadev Jankar is a visionary leader, thinker as that a man should be judged by where he has reached rather than where he has reached. A king's son becomes a prince at birth. When he becomes a king, one can reach Delhi within an hour as he lives near Agra. But when one born in far south in the jungles of Satra, Maharashtra, begins his journey to Delhi, his success or failure should be measured not by whether he reaches Delhi, but by where he reaches. That is the meaning of what above thinker has said. Sri Mahadev Jankar, founder and party president of Rashtriya Samaj Paksha, was born in small village in Maharashtra to a very poor family. His parents were cattle headers and living in nomadic life. Sri Jankar, along with his family, faced tough times, but with his sheer hard work and determination, he rose up. Sri Jankar completed his engineering from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, Maharashtra. However, Mr. Jankar refused all the lucrative, high-paying jobs offers and got himself into the social work for the upliftment of deprived and poorest of the poor class of the national society. Sri Mahadev Jankar ji, who himself was from a humble background, and he faced the hardship in his life, could understand the pain and suffering of the downtrodden and the neglected. He vowed in front of the Lord Shiva that he will never get married, not have a family of his own. He will cut ties with all his relations to bring a social change and will die and full-fledged in the service of the poor, backward class and the service of the nation. You can give a clap for that. It has been 32 years from then. Mr. Jankar is still going strong and enthusiastically in his noble mission with the 3D, dedication, devotion, determination. He is working tirelessly every day at the grassroots level among farmers, peasants, backward class people, understanding their problems and fighting for their cause. During this journey, Mr. Jankar got huge love and respect from his people. They showered him with his blessings and are supporting him in his cause. He became the cabinet minister in 2015 to 2019 in government of Maharashtra cabinet. Have MLA in Maharashtra, corporators in Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, in his own party, AB Forum, Rashtriya Samaj Baksha. So we will welcome Mr. Mahadev Jankar for that. I don't want to ask excuse. I want to make the enthusiasm on my leader, that the roaring lion, Mr. Thirumaji. Actually, OBC ஊழியர் நல சங்கத்தின் சார்பாக அகில இந்திய இதர பிற்பட்ட சங்கத்தின் 8வது தேசிய மாநாட்டையும் 30வது ஆண்டு கொண்டாட்டத்தையும் இணைத்து இரு பெரும் விழாவாக வரலாற்று சிறப்பு மிக்க விழாவாகும் சீரோடும் சிறப்போடும் பேரோடும் புகழோடும் கொண்டாடும் இவ்விழாவிற்கு சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக அகில இந்திய அளவில் பெருமைக்குரிய பேச்சாளருமான விடுதலை சிறுத்தைகளின் கட்சியின் தலைவரான பாராளுமன்ற உறுப்பினருமான தோழர் தொல் திருமாவளவன். Here I want to ask apology and sorry for that. He is a doctor. I have to say Dr. Thirumavalavan. And he got a doctorate. That I will come back. That is the thing. Yes, தொல் திருமாவளவன் அவர்களை புரிந்து பெருமை சேர்த்தமைக்காக அவர் அசோசியேஷன் அகில இந்திய பேங்க் ஆஃப் பரோடா பிற்படுத்தப்பட்ட சங்கத்தின் பொதுச் செயலாளராக நான் இருக்கை கூப்பி வணங்கி வரவேற்பதில் மகிழ்ச்சி பெறுகிறேன். காட்டுக்குள் கர்ஜிக்கும் அரிமா போல நாட்டிலே கர்ஜிக்கும் திருமா அவர்களை விடவும் பொருத்தமான சிறப்பு விருந்தினரை 8வது தேசிய மாநாட்டினை வரலாற்று சிறப்பு மிக்க மாநாடாக ஆக்க வேறு எவரும் இல்லை என்பதனால் சிறப்புரையாற்ற அரிமாவான திருமா அவர்களை அழைக்கின்றோம். சங்கத்தின் சார்பாக சிங்கத்தினை வணங்கி பார்க்கின்றேன். Arima in the Tamil, it is a lion. That is a roaring lion in the parliament. You might have observed that way only I coined the word in the Tamil. So please understand that. Actually, let me not make much our precious time, since you all, I am also eagerly waiting to hear the special addresses of our great personality, Vidudalai Sirthigal party leader, Thol Thirumavalavan sir, and all the dignitaries who have come today to make this conference a historic occasion come celebration. I would like to mention some points about the OBC reservation fights in the past and present. As OBC employees associated members, we must remember what are the contribution of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar for the upliftment of other backward classes. When Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was Prime Minister, Dr. Ambedkar gave his resignation letter on 27th December 1951. In that resignation letter, he had listed out various reasons for his resignation and clearly said that, hello, please, your discussion can be made. Please observe that. And clearly said that Constitution did not embody and safeguard for the backward classes. It was left to be done by the executive government on the basis of the recommendation of the commission to be appointed by the president of our country. That time itself, he aggressively was made it. Right from the great social reformers, Tandai Periyar, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, B.P. Mandal, the fight is still continuing. Our present leaders, Thiruma, that our Mahadev Jankarji and other leaders, though our association are still struggling to achieve the rights, some of things, through continuous negotiation and talks, our Thiruma is holding the torch. Now, I fight for our legitimate rights so that our future generation, life and social justice must be saved. Let us get vigor and strength to collect the information and build database genius to deepen the social justice in our country. Actually, we have to speak, but I making this, Dr. Thirumavalavan, after, I want to tell small briefing about the history about Dr. Thirumavalavan. Dr. Thirumavalavan, after law graduation, he continued, he got doctorate from the, Tirunelveli. There is a university, Manoormaniyan Sundarnar University. Dr. Ambedkar Bhima Rao Babasaheb Bhimarao Ambedkar's wife started that Mrs. Savita Ambedkar Bharatiya Dalit Panthas party in Tamil Nadu unit. Convener is Malaisamy. Am I correct, sir? Malaisamy, and he associated that time in the Panther party. And Tiruma sir made him to affiliated with the organization in 1983 in Elam struggle. Mobilized student struggle. This is the first political activity started in 1986. He has gone to the Sri Lanka and participated in the student struggle also. In 1989, when Thiru Malaisamy, the leader, expired, 1990, he has become the state convener of the Bharatiya Dalit Panther. He has changed the name as Indiya Odukapatta Sirthigal, and also, if I have anything wrong, you can correct it. And also, hoisted the new flag for the association. In 1991, again changed the name as Vidudalai Sirthigal Katchi. What he is controlling, that is that. Initially, he boycotted the election. Only in 1999, he entered into the election politics, and he became the MLA in 2001. He became the MLA. You can clap for this all. And in 2009, first he has become the member of parliament. There is a phrase in Tamil Nadu, Tamil, Yarukkum manjom, Yadarkum manjom, Engum manjom. That means we never fear to anyone, anywhere, anything. That is his character. So, actually, one more thing. Sir, I got a long to speak in Tamil, but these people come from various things. I want to impress you, but I don't want to. Anyway, I will come to the next. I want to invite, I want to welcome our only one Federation General Secretary. You might be knowing, that name is echoing Karnanidhi. Federation is Karnanidhi, Karnanidhi is Federation. Not with any this thing. His contribution will speak. I used to say, whatever the strong organization, if you don't have the strong leader, that organization will not survive. The same way, though you are the strong leader, if the organization weak, we can take the organization to that height. That is a credit for me. I built this organization for 30 years. In that way, he built this federation for this almost more than 30 years. So we give the big hand for that. And before I am going for this, we want to salute all these three people. I want to give a standing ovation to these three people in that way. Thank you, friends. I welcome Mr. Kumar Sushil, who is the National President for Rashtriya Samaj Party, National General Secretary. Whether it's a President or General Secretary, he is commanding over it. I welcome Mr. Akki Sagarji, who is the National President for Rashtriya Samaj Employees Federation. I welcome Mr. Balaji sir. He is a MLA. He is a very committed General Secretary. I welcome Mr. Natarajan sir. You might be knowing, most of the people knowing. He is a faculty. He is leading us on all the thing in faculty and workshop on reservation policy. He was not only speak about the reservation policy, he will speak about the present politics of that. He educated, inculcate all what are the need of this present situation. In that way, after that, I welcome my beloved youngest president of any organization, my Amit Jadhav. Where is, come here, man. And very active, my national treasurer, Mr. C. Jayakumar. I welcome my all fraternal organization. I want to say Mr. Rajashekhar, the General Secretary of the IOB, and that General Secretary of ICF, Anbu Kumar. I welcome Mr. MFL General Secretary, and newly elected Empowering the Women, that previous General Secretary of the CPCL, Mr. Murugan. I welcome founder president of our association, only dynamic president that Sachidananda. I welcome Jangir ji. Where is Jangir ji? Sorry. Who was associated with me more than a decade. We built this organization. He has given us support for that. And I welcome all the journal secretaries and all the senior members of that. And the man stand behind me all these 10 years for all the vibrant activities. Only one, Mr. R.K. Raj, that way. I welcome all the journal president, journal secretaries, 148 regional secretaries. I welcome all the media people who have come all the way, nearly 10 to 20, 30 people are covering all this media, because this should echo not all over India, because we the people, we are projecting that the unity of this is a need of the hour for our, with the brethren of the SC/ST, it has to be focused all over India. I don't want much of the time. I welcome each and every one of the member who has come all the way, making this program as a grand success. If I missed anything, I got a women team. They have taken the slog and sweat it out for the last 2 days, and they are behind the success of that. So, and I welcome the senior most, Mr. Srinivas Kumar, who always support our cause, and he was a veteran leader of that. All the fraternal organization of the Bank of Baroda, all the leaders who have come all the way and express their, extending their greetings and wishes. I thank you one and all. I don't find the words, but I have to conclude with the words. But anyway, I don't want to take much of the time, because when there is a date of birth, there has to be a date of death also. So I may not be in the position now to continue in my this thing. It may be my last address. I may address in the general body also, but my advice and guidance and the support will be till my last breath of our OBC society. With these words, I am concluding that. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful, informative and the warm welcome address.
Now I request our president to present the presidential address.
Bank of Baroda OBC Welfare Association Jindabad, Zindabad. Bank of Baroda OBC Welfare Association Jindabad. Bank of Baroda OBC Welfare Association Jindabad.
Zindabad.
Respected ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests of today, respected members, all the fraternal organization leaders, and all the OBC Welfare Association members. Good morning to all of you. I feel proud and honored to stand here before you today as the President of All India Bank of Baroda OBC Employees Welfare Association on this 8th conference and 30th years of celebration. It is a particular meaning to hold this significant meeting gathering in Chennai, because since all the people from all over India are gathered here, so many people ask me, sir, why Chennai? Chennai is a historical connection with the OBC movement, backward class. Tamil Nadu has been at the forefront of OBC movement in India, championing the cause and social justice and equality for the decades. It started from early 20s. I talk about 1916. The Justice Party and early reform. It started from there. In 1916, Justice Party formed in 1960 from Tamil Nadu. The party advocated for the rights of backward communities and played a crucial role in promoting the education and employment opportunities for OBCs. Second, Periyar and self-respect movement. E.V. Ramaswamy, popularly known as Periyar. He was the pivotal figure in Tamil Nadu social reform movement. His self-respect movement, it launched in 1920, where all other India was not knowing the backward class. What is backward class? So fought against caste discrimination and championed the cause of OBCs. Periyar's emphasis on rationalism, self-respect and social equality has had a lasting influence on the OBC movement across all over India that we should respect. Also, moreover, reservation policy. Tamil Nadu has been the pioneer in implementing the reservation policies for backward classes. So today, as we gather in Chennai, we are reminded of the legacy of these movements and their relevance to our ongoing efforts within our Bank of Baroda. The principle of equality, justice and empowerment that have guided Tamil Nadu's OBC movement continue to inspire our work. Now, I will come to our Bank of Baroda OBC Welfare Association. Sir, there are total 18 zones which represent all over India. And we are having 148 regions. So in that way, we are all presence of OBC people as the zonal presidents, zonal secretaries, regional secretaries, all are present in all over the India. Our achievements, we are having a regularly half-year meeting at BCC where at least MD, our MD or ED has to come and attend our meeting where we are putting all our problems and they have to answer it. We are also having regular zonal structure meeting where all the zonal secretaries, zonal presidents are taking up the matters in front of general managers. We also achieved the great achievement of getting the pre-promotion training for our OBC members. Earlier, there was no training given to OBC members. Recently, just 3 years back, we got that opportunity and we increased the days by 5 hours for the so that our people can get more and more promotion. Also, with that, we are having a workshop on reservation policy at not only a central level. In that reservation policy, we are tutoring our members that DOPT circulars, what are the benefits of OBCs. Not only at central level, but now we have started all the 18 zones. At zonal level also, we are having that reservation policy workshop so that maximum members can take the benefit of that. We are also having a workshop on disciplinary proceedings, sir. As we are working in Bank of Baroda in bank, so many of our members may get affected through many issues regarding the working procedures. So for that, specially, we are conducting for OBC members disciplinary proceedings so that they can protect themselves. So that is a very good achievement by us. And recently we had a meeting with parliamentary committee. We are also we are also having a meeting with Mr. Ahirji, who is a member. So in that all way, we have established and we have made our association in presence. Sir, 148 regions, we have made WhatsApp groups. So each and every members, what is ongoing, sir, your message also we are getting, what All India Federation is, OBC is doing. Each and every member is getting that news. So in that way, everybody is connected and Bank of Baroda, we are doing wonders as our association. So I want to take a moment to thank all our zonal secretaries, zonal president, regional secretaries, members, volunteers and my supporters. This is the family, sir. I want to thank them, all of them, for their dedication, their hard work. I want to clap for you, all of you people, because without this is the family and we have achieved these things. So I want to thank you all people. Despite of these achievements, we are continuing facing some of the challenges. Still there are some of the challenges. And first of the challenge is discrimination. That still instances of discrimination, bias, although it is reduced, but still it persists. And that is a challenge for us. Addressing this issue is our top priority. We will address in our top priority. Second point is limited access to our resources. Our many OBC employees still struggle to access leadership opportunity. I'm not talking about only OBC Welfare Association, but Officers Association. So many things are there. So many leadership. We as a OBC members, we are still lack of accessing the leadership. That is my point. Economic disparity. Economic challenges continue to impact many members. Because of, I would like to thank our forefathers who fought for the OBC movement. And because of that, today we are working in the bank. And because of that, we are economically sound. But there are so many backward class. Still they are struggling. Still there are so many OBC people who are struggling for the economic, they are going through economic crisis. So we have to work for that as a family. One challenge is work-life balance. Still it is a work-life balance. It is a common challenge for all the people. But particularly I am very much concerned about my employees, my members. Work-life balance is a major problem nowadays. So we are also going to fight for that also. So next point is greater representation. greater representation at all level. As today, we all are in the bank, but where is our representation in top management? Still we have to struggle. Still, my people are not less than anyone, but still we have to struggle. So that is one of the challenge we have to fight with the greater representation everywhere. So today, as we share our experience, challenges and success, let us also look to the future with hope and determination. Let us continue to build our achievement and remain united to fight for the rights and welfare of our OBC community. Let us use this conference as an opportunity to strengthen our bonds, share our insights, and collaborate on innovative solutions. Together we can build a more inclusive and equitable future of our OBC Welfare Association in Bank of Baroda. I expect all these things for all of you. Thank you for your dedication and for being here today. Let us make this conference a milestone, and our journey towards equality and empowerment will continue. Jai Hind, Jai OBC. Thank you.
Thank you, my President. I request our founder President, General Secretary, Mr. Sachidanandam, to come to the dais. And my ex-president, Mr. Jangirji, please come. Sorry, that time please. Now it is the time. All the way they have come. On behalf of you, we have to honor the leaders. That has to be. Quick. Where is Ami?
We would like to felicitate Mr. Tol Tilma Malavan.
Come. Hey, put a
Sorry. Be careful.
Now it's time to felicitate our dignitary, Thiru Mahadev Jankar sir, with the shawl. Now it's time to felicitate our General Secretary, AOBC Employees Federation, Thiru G. Karnanidhi, with shawl, garland and memento. Now we are honoring Thiru R. Nadarajan sir, Senior Advocate, Member Editorial Board, OBC Voice. Now we are honoring Mr. Balaji sir, MLA BCKA, with a shawl and memento.
You bring that quick. கொடுங்க ஷால் மாலை. I am honoring the Bishop Kumar ji, National General Secretary. சீக்கிரம் அடுத்தது குயிக்கா என்னங்க மாலை ஸ்டால் எடுங்க Actually, any seed has to grow as a tree. The man who, the perception that he thought that one day we will become like that, is our founder's general secretary, Mr. Felicitations. Now you can have all the comfort of that, but that with the resistance of the management, we started this organization. ரெண்டு கையிலும் கொடுங்க. Jangin. The person, the president who has associated me when we find a difficulty in pandemic, corona, he was whenever that to some extent he has associated me. But unfortunately, we lost our founder president, Mr. J. Parthasarathy, who was the editor of the Voice of OBC. But in spite of that, all the things, ill health, everything, he has come to me, and I feel proud of it. That, and moreover, he got a big heart to accommodate the youngest president. He was very much happy about it. He given the space for that. When we got amalgamation with the E. Vijaya, E. Dana, that proportionate share for that E. Vijaya, E. Dana, he has made it. That is the greatness of my Jangin. Sir, return this seat. Sir.
Thank you for your support. Thank you.
1 minute. I will come down.
Shri Srinivasa Kumar, BOB NCBE Retirees Association.
The national leader of that our federation, but in spite of that, the leaders are everybody already guided. All of them.
Srinivasa Kumar.
Don't waste the time for this. Speed up. Mike. Yes, sir. President, you come and
Since then I am practicing.
Please, sir, no
ICF General Secretary Shri Anbu Kumar sir to felicitate him with a shawl and memento. Now it's time to felicitate our General Secretary of MFI Shri Muthukumar sir with the shawl and memento. Now
newly got elected as a MFL, Women Empowerment of the Women General Secretary.
it's time to felicitate Ms. Preeti from MFI with the shawl and memento.
In last year, 2007, you were also there. All these. I returned
Now it's time to felicitate Shri Murugan sir from CPCL with the shawl and memento.
2021. 20. Yes. So after getting retirement, that was my views.
Now it's time to felicitate Mr. Nadarajan sir from Union Bank General Secretary. Now it's time to felicitate Mr. Talapati Pandian.
I want to fix our our rolling line, Mr. Sharma sir. He was very much associated, and along with Mr. Nadarajan, he first
Felicitate with shawl and memento. Now it's time to felicitate our NCBE Chennai Workman Union Unit Deputy General Secretary Shri Shanmugam sir with a shawl and memento.
Yes, that is a problem. So you give them opportunity. Yes, we were in general. At the time there was no concept of this.
Thank you, sir. Now I request through R. Nadarajan sir, Senior Advocate, Member Editorial Board, OBC Voice, to address the dais. Please, sir.
Respected leaders on the dais and dear friends, I am very happy to have been associated with this association for long. at least for the past 12 years. Mr. Parsardi of Voice of OBCs. I came into contact with him. Thereafter, I was writing articles in this magazine. And that way, whatever happens in Bank of Baroda, I came to know. I want to share with you only some information. Social justice in all other countries means.
1 minute. Friends, this is the occasion. Please cooperate. You hear the speakers. That is okay.
It's okay. Social justice in all other nations mean the welfare of the poor. Social justice is a word recorded in the Charter of the ILO, International Labour Organization. Samuel Gompers, he was a trade union leader in USA, and he was the person who drafted the charter for the ILO in 1919. But in India, social justice means something more. It is not only labor welfare. It is not only the welfare of poor. Here, people have been made to be poor forever. And that was the invention of the caste system. In India, in the history, there was only a brief spell in the past 2,500 years history, if we see, after Buddha. It was only for 250 years. There was no caste-related job. All people were doing all the work. I don't want to expand all that. All people were doing all the work. It is a recorded history. Only for 250 years. Thereafter, in 323, with the advent of Chandragupta Maurya and Chanakya, situations changed. Because they got the power. Chanakya, his Arthashastra, it's a notorious terrorist manual, and it has been castigated by Banabhatta of Kadambari. In Kadambari, Banabhatta writes, so castigating that Arthashastra. He says whether a human being can admire Arthashastra. This is what Kadambari says, Banabhatta says. You can commit any crime to perpetuate the Sadirvarna system. This is what Arthashastra says. You can commit any crime. And what sort of crimes? How it can be committed? Everything has been given in a chapter. Secret science. Thereafter, the people from the suppressed caste, they could occupy some positions, higher positions, only after the independence. At present, only because of the reservations. There's a long gap between 300 BC and 1947 AD, more than 2000 years. But now the situations are again going back to the original system. Even soon, the reservation will be history. You can read only in history. It will not be really effective. If all the organizations, public sector undertakings are privatized, reservation is there, reservation rules are there. But where are you going to implement them? That organization will not be there, one by one. Just now, Mr. Rai Segar, IOB, he told me what is happening in State Bank of India. You privatize everything. Thereafter, reservation will be there, constitution will be there, everything will be there, but there is no place for implementing the reservations. So the responsibility is more on the people who are now availing the reservation benefits to see that the benefits are passed on to the next generation also. Because judgments are coming in a peculiar manner from Supreme Court. When the Mandal Commission report was implemented, orders were issued. Immediately, people went to court. Indira Sahni. Immediately, court had given stay in the year 1990. Only in 1992 judgment came. Until then, stay was there. When the EWS reservation was implemented, the same Supreme Court did not give stay. It was after 4 years, judgment came. See, how is it? What is the difference? When the court stayed the Mandal Commission implementations and then heard it and pronounced it, upholding the reservation with many riders, of course. How is it that EWS reservation was not stayed first? Suppose the final judgment was to be in the other side, EWS reservation was unlawful. If the court had given such a decision, what would have happened to the recruitments made for the earlier 4 years? Supreme Court does not explain. I don't know how many of you have gone through the EWS reservations, judgments. In Article 15.4, there is a phrase, reservation for OBCs, SCs and STs. It's available only when they are not adequately represented in services. If you are not adequately represented, then reservation will be there. For that, so many court cases were there, they are adequate. Every year you have to see. All these things were there. Nagaraj judgment, ultimately Jarnal Singh case, it brought an end to all these tussles. But Jarnal Singh case opened up something else. Para 15 and 16, it says, you can have criminal layer for SC/STs also. SC/ST association was not a party to the case. Still, Supreme Court has already decided and shown green flag for bringing criminal layer to SC/ST reservations. It is recorded. So, peculiar judgments are coming. If SC/ST people, if they have reached such a stage that there can be criminal layer for there, the judges, 5-judge bench, they should have seen among themselves how many of them in the bench they belong to SC/ST. So judgments are coming in a peculiar manner only in various cases. Even in the EWS case, main issue is Article 15.4 says for OBC, SC/ST reservation, it will be there when persons are not adequately represented. For EWS reservation, Article 16.6, that phrase has been lifted. That phrase is not there. It means for EWS, even if people are already there, in excess of their proportion, even then reservation will be there for EWS. See, what sort of reservation formula is it? But the EWS judgment does not deal with that aspect. It is referred to, but they are not explaining, they are not analyzing it. So basically, EWS reservation is wrong. It means reservation will be there for them even if they are already represented adequately. They can represent themselves more in services. For OBC, SC/ST, in the year Mandal judgment comes in 1992. In 97 only, DOPT prepares a roster system, proportionate reservations, post-based system, post-based reservation rosters. Earlier it was vacancy-based. In the post-based roster, 3 points are mentioned. They are called the fundamental principles. 1997 instructions, that alone is the beginning point for implementing Mandal Commission recommendations. The fundamental principle says, at no point of time, the reserved category should be more than the perceived percentage. Okay, at least it must be to the extent available. But what is the extent available now? Not in the group D category or group C category. We always see group A category. Group A category is the power center. How many chief general managers are there in the banks who belong to SC, ST and OBC? Are there 15% SCs and 7.5% STs and 27% OBCs? Are they there in any organization? See, in the year 1997 only, Banking Services Recruitment Board, BSRB, comes to existence. 1977, after Janata Party came to power. Until then, what was the method in which the recruitments were made, even including Bank of Baroda? Just ask the elders. What was the reservation principles followed at that time? Now, in India, there are so many foreign embassies, high commissions. Other than Islamic countries, embassies, for all other embassies, persons are appointed from India only locally. Who is appointed there? Just to visit the ESIS here in Chennai, ES Information Service. Consulate office is there. You visit any consulate office of any embassy, Western embassies. Just to go around and see how many people are there and they belong to what caste. How are they getting appointed there? You will find answer for the earlier question. How appointments were made in the State Bank of India and so many other banks before 1977. Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. How are employees appointed in the RA, Research and Analysis wing? Even now, it is called a Relatives and Associates wing. How persons are appointed in the IB? In the year 2015, a lot of efforts were taken by the present government to expand their spy network. How people are appointed? See, public service means, I am completing within 1 minute. Public service means power sharing. It is not just employment opportunity. This is not why I don't say that. It is Supreme Court says. But proportionate recruitment is not there for OBCs, SCs and STs at top level posts. Till date it continues because the departmental OBC association, SC, ST associations are not allowed to function properly by the managements. This I know very well because I am handling cases of IIT and so many other organizations. I am the advocate on record in the Vasanta Kansami case. I know what happened in that case. That OBC association in IIT is just useless. SC association, it was working for to some extent when my friend Mr. Gunalan was there. But what happens now? The National Commission for SCs, it is there in Sastri Bhavan. When we bring complaints with authentic evidence, they don't take action against IIT. Why? There are so many things happening in a conspiratorial manner. For that, the answer, according to me, answer lies in making the service associations to be headed and the spokesman must be from outside. Because I know various departments, the service associations of SCSTs and OBCs, and even trade unions, leave alone service, even trade unions in various departments, they are blackmailed by administration. One chief, he will commit some mistake, then they will take actions, but they will not take action, they will just keep him under threat. There is one book, Why Japan Succeeded. There, go through the book, it's available on net. The people who are interested in the welfare of the workers, among the workers, they are encouraged by the managements. But that is not the case in India. So please see, this reservation, again, it should not be a passing phase. The next generation, it must have vibrant association and it must work for the welfare, and there must be ultimately proportionate representation for all the castes in all the top level posts. In Switzerland, there are, in judiciary, 38 posts are there. Supreme Court, judiciary. There is a proportionate representation for all the castes and Supreme Court judges. So, in India also, let us work for the proportionate representation in top level posts. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Natarajan sir. Actually, he can speak like a workshop. That we can go for it, because you will be get into the knowledge of so many things in the legal. But we want to hear the top leaders, speeches. So please bear with me. I request next speakers to speak little. I request Mr. Akisagarji, please come. You take the mic and you can speak there.
All India Conference. बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा का 8वां कॉन्फ्रेंस और 30वीं वर्षगांठ पर हम सब इकट्ठे हुए हैं। बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा ये सयाजीराव गायकवाड़ ने बनाई थी। सयाजीराव गायकवाड़ ये जिस तरह से हमारे राजर्षि शाहू है, उसी तरह सोशल जस्टिस के लिए काम कर रहे थे गुजरात में, उनके बड़ौदा संस्थान में, और वो वर्ल्ड फेमस है। उनको याद करता हूं, सयाजीराव गायकवाड़ को, और फिर मैं बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा को बात करता हूं। तो मुझे बहुत खुशी हुई, हमारे जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस और हमारे साथी अमित जाधव, ये दोनों का मैंने इतना अच्छा सीमेंटिंग देखा है आज, कि वो यंग है और ये हमारे रिटायर हो रहे हैं। जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस मेरी उम्र के हैं, मैं 67 साल का हूं, वो भी 67 साल के हैं। मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा। मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, हमारे नटराजन साहब ने एक बात की आज, वो मैं ढूंढ रहा था। उन्होंने बोला कि भारत में कास्टलेस सोसाइटी थी और वो 300 बीसी तक थी, 300 बीसी तक। उसके बाद एक कास्ट का जन्म हुआ और वो आगे तक यहाँ था, उसको लेकर हम सब लोग परेशान हैं। तो मतलब एक से बोला जाता है कि क्रांति प्रतिक्रांति, तो प्रतिक्रांति तब हो गई, किसी ने तो की और उसकी ने क्या हम लोग सजा भुगत रहे हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि अभी हमको रिवॉल्यूशन करना है, रिवॉल्यूशन करना है, वो करना है। तो मैं अभी वापस आता हूं बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा कर। आज हमारे एक एमपी हमारे साथ में बैठे हैं, ही इज अ मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, हमारे तिरुमावलम जी, नाम में थोड़ी गलती हो जाती है, वो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट है। और अभी के नए आने वाले पार्लियामेंट में जाने वाले महादेव जी जानकर हमारे साथ में बैठे हैं, श्योर जाएंगे। हमारे साथ एक एमएलए बैठे हैं, और हमारे जॉर्ज फर्नांडिस ने सही कहा, लीडर ही हमको मार्गदर्शन करता है। ही शोज अस द लीडर इज द बेस्ट मेन थिंग। तो हमारे करुणानिधि, ही इज द गुड लीडर फॉर ओबीसीज इन थ्रू आउट इंडिया। ही इज अ नॉलेजेबल पर्सन, सोशली इक्वली पॉलिटिकल ऑल्सो। लेकिन मैं नाउ आई एम एक्चुअली अमित यादव, वो बात इंसिडेंस बताता हूं। वो जो उनका पैम्पलेट था, इट वाज इन इंग्लिश। द डे बिफोर, मतलब मैं आस्क्ड अमित यादव व्हाई इट इज नॉट इन हिंदी। तो बोले सर, तो आई टोल्ड हिम यू मेक इट इन हिंदी। तो व्हाट हैपेंड, तो ही वाज अनेबल टू मेक इट। सो आई टोल्ड हिम आई हैव ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड and I sent him. He is here. Okay. So what I did, what I am going to do is connect South India and North India. Yeah. I want to be a bridge of North India and we are India. OBCs are a silent majority in India. Silent. But
when this silent majority will be a vocal majority, then there will be rule of OBC in India. You see, the pioneer of our OBC movement is Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. Mahatma Jyotirao Phule is the guru of Ambedkar, guru of Rajarshi Shahu. Rajarshi Shahu was a king. He was a guru of a king. And Ambedkar is a world-famous intellectual person in the world. And he is a guru of Ambedkar. We forgot that pioneer Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. That is why we are here like that. And Periyar actually, the movement, OBC movement was dead in independent India. Only Periyar made it alive in 1950. That movement I know, Karunanidhi knows much more from me. So what I am telling you, so we are rulers. OBC are the ruler committee. But now we being ruled. So why we are being ruled? That there is a ruling class in upper caste. Ruling class. I am not talking ruling community. There is a ruling class. We want to be, as a educated people, we should be a ruling class. We are not. Fernandez was telling yesterday when we are, Mahadevji uncle, he was telling there is no CGM in Bank of Baroda. I was working in Reserve Bank India, Apex Bank of Banks. I was working there. What was happening there, I know. Whatever the law, whatever the circulars were there, so they were asking us. We were asking for space for office. We were asking for anything we are asking. They are showing the go to central office, central government. Only they will order us. So that way they are doing it. So that ruling class means that administration we should take, that all in all fields, that is the 4 pillars are there. So we should take all pillars. We should be it, and we can do it. That thing I am giving. Thank you, OBC Association, for giving time to address with you. Okay, this is not address. This is coming together and make one India. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kisagar ji. You want to link the north and south with the language also. I hope that your party will also grow in south. That's a thing. Anyway, I feel proud of it.
I was in RBI, Reserve Bank of India. After retirement, I was the person who was made national president of the Rashtriya Samaj Party. Maybe any retired person became national president of any political party, I may be single in India.
And that party is having 4 MLAs.
4 MLAs,
2 ministers.
2 ministers.
28
He was a
corporators.
from -0 we started, and now he will be MP of this. And the name of the party is a National Community Party. And Hitler only had that party, that Nazi. That is
You speak, Mike. Okay, thank you. Actually, he is telling that party, actually we wish him that parties and all, that has to grow. Now, I am bringing to your knowledge today, our Mahadev Jankarji is contesting for Member of Parliament. Mr. Trimavalavanji is contesting for Member of Parliament from the year, South Vidali Sertical Katchi. What is the important is, our Honorable Prime Minister has canvassed for Mr. Mahadev Jankarji. So, same way Mr. Tirumavalanji, Mr. Stalin, other India Alliance leaders are canvassing for him. So, both will become the Member of Parliament. But any alliance form the government, they will be minister in the central government. That will be the voice of ours. That's why I fixed both the people, future voice for the OBC in Parliament as well as in the ministry, who going to form the government in the government of India. That is the thing. For the Atisagar ji, it is not a counter. I don't want to use the word shame. When I addressed the parliamentary committee of the OBC, when I come to Nasik, they denied the retired peoples in the SC/ST, but when they have not raised that issue in our parliamentary committee. You know that parliamentary committee, nearly 30 MPs, 20 from Lok Sabha, 10 from Rajya Sabha. But I vociferously told, even after 116 glorious years of the Bank of Baroda, even after 75 years of the independence, Even after 30 years of the Mandal Commission, we don't have the one CGM in Bank of Baroda. In 72 GMs, we don't have the two this thing. So that I can question because I retired office, man. But when serving people question it, no time he will be thrown out. Actually, same way when Rajashekhar, when he raised it in before the parliamentary committee, he has transferred very next day as a general secretary because he was serving people. So this is the thing. This is a selective discrimination going on with the union and officer association and our service, our welfare association of the SC, ST and OBC. I don't want to make it, and this is not creating this because already I made up my mind. I made up already my mind, but this for the future of our SC, ST community and OBC, this should not be selective discrimination. When the dominant caste, upper caste can be allowed in the trade union, who are signing in the industry, who are signing in the bank wise, why that has to be denied in the our OBC association and SC, ST association? That is the crux. What they are, parliamentary committee has to solve the existing issues. They are creating more issues. That is unfortunate. That is the disgrace. Even that the chairman of the parliamentary committee is saying that when we got that, along with the Karnanidhi ji, like me, in the evening you serve the coffee tea to the people and advice. Whereas in the age of 70, he can be the member of parliament. In the age of 70, he can be the chairman of parliamentary committee. But whereas we people should not hold the position in our OBC people for a suppressed, oppressed class. This is a shame for this country. This is because of the political appointee. That has to be focused. That will take the care of by the leaders. That I don't want to make it. This is a present crisis. It is existing in all the banks and everything. So now I request this.
Fernandez told about this retired people and retired. But what I am telling you, I was, as an ex-president RBI, I am telling you. So what I was thinking, the leader should be afterward, retired person should retire from the bank and they should leave it. That way I was thinking. But now I am correcting myself. So actually that is true. But he has groomed leader like Amit Yadav. So he has that capacity. So my point was that he should groom a leader like. So after I'm finishing it. So youth people, you Bank of Baroda people, you think about it. We should have a leader like senior man, experienced man. Anyhow, we should have a experienced leader that you look after. That is why I'm telling. I'm here to tell you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, the really committed man, Mr. Balaji, the MLA, I request him to address few minutes.
I'm really privileged to attend this 8th All India Conference and 30th year celebration of All India Bank of Baroda OBC Employees Welfare Association. My humble greetings to all those who come from the length and breadth of the country for this particular meeting. My greetings to the General Secretary of the Association, Mr. George Fernandez, the President, respected Amit Jadhav, and the General Secretary of AIOBC Employees Federation, the person who has been fighting for the cause of OBCs in Tamil Nadu, respected Karunanidhi, former Minister of Maharashtra, and the founder of National President Rashtriya Samaj Party, through Mahadev Jankar, Mr. Aki Sagar, Senior Advocate, respected Natarajan, the Treasurer, respected Jayakumar, and above all, the special invitee and the person to deliver the keynote with regard to this conference, my party leader, our leader, respected Ezhchi Tamilar, and Thirumavalavan. As far as this meeting is concerned, the OBC meeting with regard to social justice, our George Fernandez, while he was speaking, he mentioned that social justice for all. But I have a different perspective. When you say it is social justice, it means justice to all. The terminology social justice is nothing but justice to all. It is only in that aspect our party particularly our leader has been fighting for the cause of not only the downtrodden ACs, but also for the OBCs. He had been mentioning about his credentials while he was introducing him to all of you. But I would like to mention certain points which may or may not be known to few people over here. You all know there is a economic criteria or economical consideration with regard to the OBC reservation. When it comes to reservation, now we say that economically weaker section is not in line with the constitution. When that is not in line with the constitution, it means to say that the creamy layer is also not in line with the constitution. Even though it is not in line with the constitution, but it has come into place. So the first and foremost thing, my president, Honorable Tamil Nadu and Thol Thirumavalan, when he was elected to the parliament for the first time in 2009, there are many leaders who associate themselves with the OBC welfare and OBC upliftment. But it is very hard truth that no one had represented this cause. He was the person who raised his voice, and he had given a referendum and a memorandum to the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, asking him to raise the limit from 6 lakhs to 15 lakhs. 4 lakhs to 15 lakhs. It was in 2009. Even our president was telling about having this conference in Chennai. He was saying that Tamil Nadu is a place where social justice has been flourishing. In fact, Tamil Nadu is the place where the seeds of social justice has been sown. It is not that the place you have selected is right, but the leader whom you have called for this particular function is the right leader to be in this place. And the next thing, you all know we have got the 27% reservation for OBCs in education and employment. Unfortunately, the medical college seats surrendered by each and every state which has a number of medical colleges, they surrender a particular number of seats to the central pool. The idea behind that is certain states may not have medical colleges. So students in that state have to study in government colleges. So the idea was brought in that each state should give 15% of the seats to the central pool. This was given and the admissions were happening. The SC/ST reservation was very well there. But the OBC reservation was not there in the medical admissions, MBBS admissions, in the central pool. Though few voices were raised, particularly from DK and people like respected Karnanidhi sir. The real momentum came when our leader had given a representation to the then Minister for Family and Health Affairs, asking him to implement the 27%. Then it was taken ahead to the court and now it has been implemented. It is not for the cause of the people in Tamil Nadu. It is for the cause of people all over India. Concept of scholarship, the post-matric scholarship. The post-matric scholarship is not that one that had been introduced or that had come into force after the independence of India. It was well before the independence of India that the revolutionary leader, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, had fought for it and brought the post-matric scholarship. My leader always says that there is a big politics in the usage of the terminology. You say the backward class people as OBC, other backward class. When you call something as other, then there has to be something. If you say there is one thing, then there has to be something. When you say OBC, then whose BC is the question. That is very clearly mentioned by Dr. Ambedkar. The BC is the inclusive communities, OBCs and SC and ST. So the need of the hour, even yesterday we had a big function. Every year we felicitate people who have been working for the cause of social justice. We don't see the identity or any other thing that is attached to them externally. We just see their work. That way we select each and every year we select 7 people for different awards and we give them their awards. Yesterday, the declaration or the proclamation made by our leader, it is very significant today. And even for this function, when George Fernandez was speaking, he said that he had postponed his visit to Dubai. I'll tell you one thing for sure. Given him a choice, whether it is going to be an OBC association meeting for the cause of social justice or any other meeting, he would choose the meeting for OBC association and social justice. That is the way he's sitting here. And very categorically, in fact, the purpose of this meeting today, he had made the declaration or proclamation yesterday. the need of the hour is, people like us sitting over here, we know what is social justice, we know what is OBC. The very hard truth is, people down north, they know only the terminology OBC that is connected with backward class communities. But here in Tamil Nadu, you have other terminologies. You have a terminology called MBC. And it is also a very hard truth that people who are in MBC community, they do not know the meaning of OBCs, and they even fail to understand or recognize or realize they also fall under the OBCs. So the real need of the hour is, while you are fighting for all the causes to establish the social justice in your particular arena or in your particular segment, you have a larger task. The larger task is taking the point of social justice and bringing it in light to all people all over India, and I hope you will be doing that. When you do that, then we do not have any reason or we do not have anything to ask for. All things will come to us. That way I wish this association all success. My humble thanks for this association.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar sir. Before that, our prominent figure of that, our SCST Association of Bank of Baroda for more than 35-40 years, Mr. Kripakaran, who has been well close to our Trimavaji. That's I request him to come to the dais. We feel, come.
Now it's time to felicitate our former General Secretary, BOB SCST Welfare Association, Mr. T.A. Kripakaran, with shawl and memento.
Now I request our founder president, Mr. Chachidanandam. My fear is, if we start speaking, he forget himself. I have to restrict him to reduce the speech. So I request Mr. Chachidanandam to speak.
Thank you, John. You cautioned me. Tamil பேச ஆசை because all over India வந்ததால I will try to speak in English. Today I am proud, I am pride, I am alive to see the 30 years of celebration of OBC. I never thought, really it's a thrilling experience and lifetime. Every OBC man and woman should feel pride. We have organized sector in the banking industry. Next to Union Bank of India, we are well organized. In fact, before organizing, we used to meet our Karunanidhi at that time. He was guiding us like anything. Still many banks to open the shop of OBC Association. In spite of that, because people are not coming forward. What made us to start in Bank of Baroda? Bank of Baroda historically two organizations. The bank management, Gujarati management is divide and rule, always, AIB and NCB. So both the organizations are there. And the NCB is majority, AIB is minority, consult, whatever it is. With this background, we are working in the bank. The very unique situation was, the OBC made us to unite. Myself and being representing AIB General Secretary, and another gentleman, Parsadi, who is a very popular voice of OBC leader. We both work in the same office in Chennai, Main. Then we are talking during tea time, why not we start a OBC association? Then we decided to form association, and in spite of the resistance from the unions, in spite of that, thanks to the management Bank of Baroda, did not give any trouble or any nuisance. That is a good sign in Bank of Baroda. They didn't allow anything negative way, and we started slowly. But the only problem is those people who joined in the general category only started the association. At that time, there is no reservation of OBC. We started in 94. Reservation implementation has not come. How to start association? You have to see the SCST people reservation, we identified there. Other general candidate, how to identify? If you go and speak, sometimes they will reveal, they will shy to join the organization. We all, the general category, identify among ourselves, 50% willing to join, 50% doesn't want to disclose their OBC. With great difficulty, we started slowly, state-wise, and brick by brick it is grown, and bank also was supporting, no negative attitude. Thanks to the judge today, he is heading the organization, and it becomes the parliamentary committee political willingness made the Bank of Baroda to recognize organization. Today, 18 zone in one stroke is visiting. It is a really pride and proud. Even unions are envisaged. So this we should be retained. Main caution, growing is one step. Having grown, after growth, we have to be more careful. Bank will try to divide within the group. Say he is a retired employee, why you are encouraging, you become general secretary. This is just a stepping stone. Don't think today it is facing, tomorrow you will face. You should not allow the management to interfere our internal affairs. This body is general body, will decide competent person to be a general secretary. Management has no business. This issue is not only in our welfare association, I am seen in the trade union. After retirement to 2001, I am practicing in High Court. I am seeing the unions are also facing same problem. Today, George was rightly telling, many industry leaders are retired, bank-wise leaders are retired. Still, it is the whims and fancies of the management. If you are goody-goody with bank, they will recognize you. Even at the age of 90, you will be leader. So they will compromise. Today, you can see the bipartite compromising every settlement, going one by one. Particularly one affecting all the employees is national special allowance category. You are losing thousands of rupees in pension. Still this bipartite settlement. As an advocate, we challenge the Madras High Court. It is admitted. 4 years back, it is coming up anytime. Another nuisance now, the resignees' pension is sanctioned with prospective effect. They are denied national 5-year service, no commutation, so many retrograde class. UOBU is bending upon because their position is retired. With regard to retirement, Supreme Court judgment is clearly says, once retired, you cannot hold discussions with the leaders. Background of State Bank of India. State Bank, Indian Trade Union Act says, any leader elected by the general body, they can be a general secretary. But State Bank of India adamantly took a decision. He may be elected general secretary or president of Trade Union Act. The management will not allow him to participate in this regarding fidelity of secrecy. We cannot allow. He is a third person. Retired means third person. Even today, State Bank of India, if you retire on 13th July, he will be checked out. He will not be called for discussion. State Bank of India still maintains. Another bank, Canara Bank. Except these two banks, all other banks, they are not bothering because it suits the leaders. As far as you are goody with them, so leaders are molded in such a way to survive till the last breath. They want to be leader. They can be comfortable. That will understand. The management is tutored by the vested class. So we have to be more careful. Today we grown up 30 years. In 3 minutes they will disturb. They will 3 minutes within disturb our organization. We have to be more careful. My humble request to all the each and every cadre, see the reading news of the OBC or SC/ST, any judgments, anything. You go detailed study, seek the help of leaders. What is the background of it? I have seen